self-care, honestly. It's like my favorite show to watch. It is self-care. If I'm having a shitty day or I'm just in a bad mood, I'll just boot up Castlevania and just watch Dracula, bring up the demons from hell, and just lay waste to Wallachia. Like, it just makes me feel good. Hey you guys, it's Young Guys Cosplay, and I'm back again with another Stitch and Bitch Sunday video. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, this series, Stitch and Bitch Sundays, where I sit down with you guys and talk about my favorite terrible show or movie to watch while I crochet. This one's a special one because we're not talking about a terrible movie or TV series. We talking about the baddest bitch. We talking about the best kind of movie. We talking about Zaddy Dracula. We're talking about Castlevania. I am super excited to discuss this series with you guys because, like, real quick, if you are familiar with the TV show but you just have no tolerance for gore or anything, then this is it for you. Because this right here, we're not talking about the gore, we're not talking about, no, we're talking about the dialogue. We're gonna get philosophical, we're gonna get spiritual, we're gonna get high on life in this TV series. But if you are new here, welcome, howdy, how y'all doing? My name is Yarn Guys Cosplay, and Stitch and Bitch is, like, you know, it's my thing. I'm really happy about how this channel is going. Like, my last video did really well. It got 100+ views. Like, that's never happened to one of my videos before, so I'm trying to keep that energy flowing. But if you're a returning viewer, welcome. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. Like I just said, you guys made my video over 100 views. It's over 100. It's over 9,000. Like, what in the world? That is so amazing, and I cannot appreciate you guys so much. And thank you for, like, just watching my shit. If you're not subscribed, you just should be subscribed. You just go do it. Like, it's free. You get notifications when I post a new video. And, like, it gives me serotonin, and, like, hopefully my videos give you serotonin. So who's not out here trying to catch free serotonin? So, like, subscribe. If you are currently subscribed, thank you so much. Do you have on bell notifications? Do you? You should. Make sure your bell notifications are on so you get notified when I drop a new video, and, like, you know, be the first person to watch it. Like, this, I really want to see you guys, like, comment first so I can see who gets my videos first, because it'll just be cool. It'll be cool for me to do. So, Castlevania. Before I even get started, because I'm just gonna cover the first episode because I could literally go on and on and on about this. But real quick, I'm gonna be crocheting a baby blanket. I don't know how big it's gonna be. It's one of these projects where the yarn was on sale. It was pretty. Y'all already know how it goes. So I bought it, and then I was like, hey, I'm just gonna, like, make a baby blanket. And if you guys want to see the finished blanket and everything, go sign up for my Buy Me a Coffee. This finished project will be available for supporters to see. So, like, you know, go buy me a cake. And right, you see what I did there? It's called Buy Me a Cake, because sometimes, like, yarn like this, it's called a cake and everything. And, like, see, it's called baby cake. So, like, you could buy me a cake because this is a cake, and you get it. Like, laugh with me. Go sign up for that, and I'll be posting a finished picture of my baby blanket right here. I'll also be posting the pattern for supporters for my baby blanket. Buy Me a Coffee is similar to Patreon. If you guys did not see my announcement, I am currently leaving Patreon. I'm in the process of leaving Patreon. And Buy Me a Coffee is very similar. It's like if Patreon and Ko-fi had a baby and they made Buy Me a Coffee. And it's so much better. I'm really, like, I've been on the platform for a week now, and I'm just like, yes. Let's get into it. Let's get into Castlevania episode 1. If you are unfamiliar with Castlevania, it is a TV series adaptation that's available on Netflix. And it's basically just an adaptation of a video game. And I forget what year it came out in. It was an 8-bit video game, so I'm assuming late 80s, early 90s it came out. But it's an amazing game, and the TV show just absolutely brings it to life. And it's a really good show. Castlevania is just, it's self-care, honestly. It's like my favorite show to watch. It is self-care. If I'm having a shitty day or I'm just in a bad mood, I'll just boot up Castlevania and just watch Dracula, bring up the demons from hell, and just lay waste to Wallachia. Like, it just makes me feel good. Like, and on top of that too, the dialogue is so rich and juicy, and Oh, there's so many lines that I just love to say from the show because it's just so good. Season 1, episode 1. We have this white woman. That's how it starts. Going through the fields of basically Dracula's castle, and obviously it's Dracula, so you see like, you know, skeletons and everything of previous bodies impaled and all that. And she knocks on his door and she's just like, listen, I don't really care about all this out here, but I'm here for science, okay? I'm a bitch about science, and I'm trying to learn some more because these frogs and toads out here ain't doing shit, and my people are dying, and so I need to get to the source. I need to know how to fix people. And she enters Dracula's castle, and Dracula's is kind of like vaguely amused by her presence. He's kind of just like, so you about science, huh? Well, I'm Dracula. Yes, the Dracula. And I can just kill you if I feel like it. So what do you have to offer me? And she literally like just drags this man in his own home. She's just like, what do I have to offer you? You haven't offered me water. You haven't offered to take my coat. You haven't offered me shit. Where are your manners? This is how you live your life? No wonder no one wants to go see you. Like, you out here by yourself, not because you want to be by yourself, but because you had to be by yourself because you're rude. You just rude. And I don't know what happened, but Dracula was just kind of like, I'm ahead. Like, he's just vaguely amused by her boldness and by her own self-confidence and just her general intrigue of the sciences. So he basically is just like, hey, how about this? I won't kill you. So let's just start there. But I will let you into my library of old sciences. And you could teach me, I don't know, how to be nice, how to not hate humans. And she's like, you know what, deal. I will teach you how to not hate humans, and I will teach you how to live your life as a man, and we are just gonna have the happiest, cutest little family together. And boy howdy, that was so far from the truth. So we cut to the next scene. The church basically, you know, caught her, was like, what are you doing? She was like, science. And they were like, witchcraft. And she was like, well, shit. And the church is just burning at the stake. So this next thing we have here is basically Lisa is just yelling into the air, basically trying to tell Dracula, like, hey, listen, I know, like, you said you hate humans because, like, you know, we just all full of shit and everything, and like, you're not wrong right now, but like, just please, whatever you do, just don't, like, you know, spiral into anger, depression, and waitlist to Wallachia. Just don't do that, okay? Like, just don't do that. And we have the Archbishop who specifically is just like, you know what? I'm just gonna burn all the witches. I'm just gonna burn the world pure, okay? That's my thing. Fire and me, purity. That's just how we're gonna roll. And as she, like, you know, is being right at the stake and everything, the Archbishop is like, oh my gosh, look at her praying to Satan one last time. You know what? I'll say a prayer for her, a small one. And I'm just like, my God, this is, you know what? I'm on Dracula's team. I'm not saying that he should lay waste to Wallachia, but I'm also saying y'all not really giving me, like, you know, a good enough reason to not let him go ham, because she was trying to help you and y'all were just like, She dies. And basically, you know, Dracula finds out because he goes back home. He has a bad feeling. He's like, I don't know, it's a little too quiet. There's just too many woods around. Like, it's just too woodsy right now. And he eventually goes back to his home and he sees that the house that he lived in with Lisa is completely burnt down to the ground. There's an old woman there who's just like, oh, you didn't hear? She got burnt at the stake for witchcraft. I don't agree with them. I didn't try to stop them, but like, I'm just gonna sit here and remember her. And Dracula, Zaddy, he basically is like, what happened? Just tell me what happened. And when I say this man's in so much denial, he's just literally asking this old woman, what do you mean she was burnt at the stake? What do you mean they accused her of witchcraft? What do you mean she did? Please explain further to me, because I know you're not telling me what I think you're telling me. Because if you really are, I know what I'm finna do. But I think my favorite thing about this scene here is that he literally is like looking at the ashy ground in front of him. He's looking around and he's just like, Lisa told me to go live my life as a man. She told me to become just, you know, a person, a peasant, to act like men. And the way he says men, I'm just like, oh, he gonna kill them all. Won't he do it? So he looks down at his hands and he's just like, men. And I'm just like, I know exactly how you feel, Dracula, because some days you wake up and you're like, men. Dracula, you know, he's just like, I'm done being a man. I am going back to my roots, okay? I am full-blown Dracula Tepesh, okay? I am Vlad the Impaler. I am going back to what I have known for so long. And as he basically, you know, sets himself on like fire and everything, because he's a dramatic bitch, okay? So he's over the top about it. Like, he sets himself on fire and everything, and he looks at the old woman and he's like, listen, okay, you need to take yourself, your husband, your wife, your dog, your children, just whoever you gotta take with you, and leave Wallachia, because I'm about to burn shit down. Because my wife liked you, and because you didn't, like, you know, hurt me or hurt her, and she liked you, okay? She liked you. You were my last good deed to this world. Because after you leave, whether you leave or don't leave, after this moment, I'm going to ape shit. And whatever happened, it is what it is. We've seen cuts back over to the church, and obviously Lisa's dead. The church is like, good job, good job. They're patting themselves on their asses. They're just like, yes, yes, yes. One less witch in the world. One less person who could possibly lead us to medicine. Like, I really don't understand why. Like, I understand why we have science. I understand why people were willing to risk their lives and risk the church to go discover medicine and ways to help people. But like, damn, if we didn't really want to live back then. The church was like, if we die, we die. And honestly, I would just been like, listen, church folk, the Pope, Bishop, all these old times, all this, like, you know, we can't deal with science because it's about Satanism or whatever. I mean, if you want to live with syphilis, you can. Like, I don't understand why we didn't let the church die out, because like, it wasn't going to take very long. Y'all don't want to deal with nothing. Y'all don't want this Robitussin like that. So the church and everything, they're like, oh my gosh, you know, we killed her, yay. And Dracula goes over to where the stake is, and he basically, I would say, projects himself into the fire, and it basically blows up, and he's just like, what have you done with my wife? And the church is just like, oh my god, Satan, he's real. And he's just like, I'm not Satan, I am Dracula, okay? I am the one, okay? So you need to put some respect on my name before I get even more angry, because I'm already pissed. So like, I can only go up from here. And the church is just like, oh my god, it's not Satan, he's not real. And Dracula's just like dumbfounded, he's speechless, he's angry, he's just like, okay, so first you're gonna kill my wife, and then you're going to deny my existence? It's over. It's just over for everyone. Their entire bloodline just gone at this point. So Dracula basically tells the church and everyone there that no one stopped his wife from being burnt at the stake. No one, you know, no one's innocent, basically. Like, they saw what was happening and they're just like, damn, it is what it is. So Dracula basically tells them that they have 1 year to make peace with their god, get their shit together, get out, like, do what you gotta do. Because in 1 year, when he comes back, he's laying waste to everything and everyone. And, you know, he leaves. The church is just like, we'll see what happens. Dracula is losing his goddamn mind. And he's just like, I need 1 year to go down to the depths of hell to bring all these demons up here and kill everybody in the name of my love. Because I don't know why I have access to the wonders of the world, but not a goddamn book about grief therapy. His, you know, his little kid and everything. Well, not really little kid. Adrian Tepesh is his actual name, but everyone calls him Alucard. Comes in and he's just like, hey, Dad, genocide's not good. Like, I just feel like we need to talk, because that was my mom too, but I don't feel like laying waste to the world, so can we talk about it? And Dracula's just like, things are running in motion, son. Either you're on board or you're not. And Adrian was like, I'm not on board. So that didn't work out for Adrian. He doesn't die, but he definitely, like, you know, takes some really, really bad blows. So he has to go disappear for a little bit and rest, because Dracula did number on him. And I'm just like, damn, your own son? Dracula, you really just lost your mind. Like, Lisa was the fine line between you and crazy, and it didn't take much to push you over. Go back to the church. And it's just officially a year since Lisa was killed by the church. And the Pope and everyone comes out and they're just like, look at this. Look at us thriving. It has been a year since we killed that witch. And since Satan himself came out and said, oh, we're going to kill everybody, blah, 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 blah. And what is he doing? Nothing. What are we doing? Thriving. It's not like anything bad could possibly happen. And as the Pope is talking mid-speech, it starts raining blood. Oh, yeah. It starts raining blood. Yeah. And everyone's just kind of like, this is peculiar. And I remember watching this scene, and I really feel like Dracula was just like, hey, God. And God was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, what was that thing you did with the plagues and whatnot? And God was just like, why do you want to know? And Dracula was like, no reason. And then God was like, okay, you know, here's my book, you could copy it a little bit, like, you know, just change the text or whatever, like, don't let them know. So Dracula basically is just like straight up biblically destroying Targovista, the first city, the city where they killed his wife. And they are just like, what's going on? Oh my God, like, what? And Dracula comes back out in his dramatic, fiery ass and everything. He's just like, I gave you guys a year, and look what y'all doing. Celebrating the day you killed my wife. So you know what? It's too late. It's been too late, but now it's over. It's over for you. It's over for all of Wallachia. It's over for all of human life. I'm done. Everyone dies. We come back to this next scene where we get to meet one of the 3 members that are basically part of our next D&D party for season 2. And his name is Trevor. And he's a Belmont. And Trevor is shit-faced in the bar, basically, or I guess it's technically a tavern because he knows old times. And I don't know why, but like this scene starts with 2 people talking about one person catching another person their sheep. And I'm just like, why are we talking about you know what? We needed Lisa. If that's not a reason for science, then I don't know what is, because y'all need more than just y'all need Jesus, science. Hey, why are y'all doing this? But basically they're talking about go fucking, and eventually they get to the point where they start talking about how, you know, all of this terrible stuff is happening because the Belmonts were fighting and dealing with black magic, and they accidentally unleashed hell onto Wallachia. To which I'm just like, ooh, gaslighting. Typical church behavior. Amazing. So Belmont is basically just like, oh God, dear God, they're talking about me. You know what? I'm just going to get some beer and I'm going to go about my way. And that doesn't happen. So that's the end of episode 1. I really, truly enjoy this series, and Castlevania is just self-care at this point. Season 1 is just set up, and then season 2 is just amazing. Season 3 is even better. If you like this video, be sure to like this video. I'm probably gonna go ahead and do episode 2, 3, and 4 for season 1 and get through it. And then if you want me to do season 2, I'm more than able to. If you really like it and you think, a like and a view is just not enough, I need to give her more, go check out my Buy Me a Coffee and you can support me over there. 1 coffee equals $5, or technically 1 cake equals $5, and it allows me to, like, you know, buy some yarn and, like, you know, take care of my bills and all that stuff, and just, like, you know, overall lets me know that you really love me. It's such a good feeling. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll talk to you guys later.